What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another special episode, fresh off the Nintendo Direct. It's kind of my reaction video to a couple of things that happened in the Nintendo Direct. I'll probably do a few more videos like this based on what we found or what was revealed and everything like that. But I gotta say right now, I'm super stoked. If you watch my channel or you follow me on Twitch or anywhere, really, you'll know that I'm a Splatoon fan. I play Splatoon every Tuesday nights on my Twitch channel, and they just announced the very first downloadable content, paid downloadable content for Splatoon 2, OCTO Expansion, right here on the screen. I have a love-hate relationship with it, but I'm not gonna turn this into a debate on DLC because I really feel like this is probably DLC done correctly, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But there is a free expansion, I believe, coming up in April, I think. I'm going to double check that as we go through the video. But basically, the Splatoon 2 OCTO expansion includes a new single player mode where you play as an Octoling, Agent 8, I believe. And you go through like a whole new like story mode to try to figure out who Agent 8 is, which is awesome, by the way. I'm really excited to get into. Like, I'm not really a huge fan of the single player in Splatoon 2. It's fine if the servers are down, but I'm not a huge fan of it. However, I will play this because when you finish the single player for the paid DLC, for the paid expansion, you'll actually get to play as an Octoling in multiplayer, which is something I've wanted since day one. And I think people on Splatoon 1 also wanted to play as Octolings since day one. So I'm super excited that this is coming out. Let me see if we can get some shots here of there's a shot here of the Octoling. I'll have to skip it a little bit here. Whoa, there we go. There's the shot of Agent 8 laying on the ground. I think she wakes up here with no memory and has to walk through this like CD subway and kind of figure out where she's going. And she does interact with Callie, not Callie. She does interact with Pearl and Marina, so she'll be kind of having some interaction with those characters, and moving out and trying to figure out what's going on. She finds herself in Inkopolis Square, and I just think it's gonna be so cool to be able to play as an Octoling finally, and I really can't wait to do that. They also talked about, let me see if I can find out, this is probably too far back, but let me see if I can find out where. So we know there's 100 pieces of new gear in the new expansion, version 3.0, coming out in April. I thought they said this was a free expansion. I want to make sure. I want to make sure that it is before I say yes or no. And if you know in the comments and I totally missed it, please feel free to correct me. But I'm pretty sure it is a paid downloadable content. I have to kind of skip around here because I don't want to play the whole video. I think this one I probably will, but this is definitely one of the new maps, Woohoo World, which looks amazing. I love the carnival theme. I love the amount of detail, the palm trees and everything like that. This is going to be an awesome map to play on. I really can't wait to get in there and actually start playing on this map and all three of the new maps as well. I'm a huge fan of like carnival games and like going out to like the fair and stuff like that. And Ferris wheels and all kinds of stuff. I love it, and I think that would be, this will be pretty awesome. This map will probably be my favorite of the new maps. As far as the other two, let's see if I can find a good shot of the other two. Woohoo Worlds. Oh, we've got the new ranking as well. We've got X rank, which is, I'll probably never reach it because I can't ever seem to get beyond S rank, and when I finally do, I just D rank again. So it's probably my fault more than anything else, but I would love to get to X rank and actually see what I can do in X rank. And it's going to take some time for me to practice, and I guess I have to start practicing now, but should be pretty awesome. I can't wait to even start trying. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just play from right here. It might be loud, so apologize if it is loud, but
just in time for spring.
So we've got fresh looks just in time for spring.
Plus, more stages.
More stages. Piranha Pit. This is time for spring and barbecue in the pit. I love the conveyor belt in this map, and the thing about Splatoon maps that I like a lot is that they are always very is it asymmetrical or symmetrical? So they always look the same regardless of what team you're on. So there's no advantage to being on one team or the other because the map is the same for both sides. I love that about all the Splatoon 2 maps, and even the ones that have been introduced in Splatoon 1 maps seem like they're the same way as well. So I'm going to love this. This is going to be a really cool map. It's very dark and grungy and almost looks like it's snowing. And it almost looks like it's really cold in this map, which is interesting that you'd be shooting paint in the cold, but I'm game if you are. Sign me up. Let's do this. Piranha Pit should be coming up soon. We've got Camp Fisk, yeah. This one looks pretty cool. Like it's a summer camp almost, and it's very like Indian reservation themed, and I'm very excited to see where everything is going to play out. One thing I like about it, and you can't really see my cursor here. Let me see if I can put my cursor on. Here. Yeah, it won't show you my cursor. Basically, behind the totem pole on the right side, there's a platform there that looks like there's no railings, which I think is pretty cool because it's going to make it so that if you're not paying attention, you'll be able to slide right off that railing. So far I love it. I think it's awesome. And then I already talked about the other stage. This is Woohoo World. So I like this one. I think it's going to be awesome. I really can't wait to get in there and play it. One thing I like about Splatoon a lot, and I don't really notice it as much because I'm always like spraying paint everywhere. But one thing I really like is right in the middle of the map, on that wall is a little fish with a halo. Like, there's actually graffiti in this game that you never really get to see because there's always paint being slung everywhere. And I think that graffiti is really neat. So, it's like an 80s, like, classic, it almost like a character that you'd find on, like, a cereal box or something like that. But it just looks really cool. And it's worth, like, exploring every map and just looking at the graffiti because there's so many cool things that I've always loved about Splatoon, seeing that. Especially in Salmon Run, there's a bunch of cool graffiti in that, but you always cover Salmon Run with everything. So, you know, either way, let's go back to what else is coming up in the Splatoon 2 expansion. They're saying it's going to be in April. That's too far back. I went way too far back. Let's keep moving here. So I'm going to move back just a little bit on this one. So it's update time. Let's just double check and see if they say anything about it being free.
News bulletin. It's update time.
I don't remember if they did. Let's see. I'm just going to play a little bit of this. I'm not going to play the whole thing. But version 3.0.
is getting an update. Version 3.0 is coming.
Late
Here's
April.
a brief and briny taste of what's to come.
And
100
so
new pieces of
we
gear.
know about the gear.
That means fresh looks. just in
Fresh
time for
looks.
spring. World.
Saw Woohoo World.
What?
We know about Rank X. I talked about that a little
X
bit.
is here.
Pretty excited for Rank X, though I don't think I'll ever
Rank
make
X
it.
is an extreme rank.
Just got to keep trying.
Even higher than
It's
X
X for
Plus.
extreme.
More
Get it?
details are coming soon.
It's like the XFL,
Once you meet
Extreme
certain
Football League.
conditions, Cali
It's the
will
extreme
appear in
rank
OCTO Canyon.
of Splatoon 2. So, looks like Callie's back. She's finally going to make an appearance back in the game. I love Marie's new look, and Callie's new look is awesome too. It's very casual and laid back. I think that I like Callie's new look better than Marie's new look, but I liked Marie's look in the original game. So, pretty neato. Pretty neato.
The world of Splatoon 2 continues.
So there's
to evolve,
some more kind of
so don't
looks
miss out.
at the new maps, and there's that halo right there at the top. So one thing about this part of the trailer that was really cool, and
Now, a
it looks
word
like
from
this
the
all
Squid
might be
Research
included in a
Lab.
paid
Check out
DLC,
their latest video.
but they really didn't specify. So it looks like it is all going to be a paid DLC. This part of the video is awesome because the music is amazing. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but this is the new character. This is Agent 8, I believe, and you'll be playing as her through the new single player mode, and playing as her, or as a variation of her, or another squid, or octoling rather, in multiplayer. So, overall, I'm super stoked for the new Splatoon expansion. I cannot wait to get in there and start playing it in April. Even if I have to pay for it, I'm totally cool with it. I think it's about $20 and 100 pieces of new gear, 100 pieces of new gear, and also being able to get to rank X and then the new maps and then all that stuff is going to be just so cool. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If I got anything wrong, let me know, because I am not perfect, but I appreciate the feedback. Also, let me know if you are excited about DLC. Before I sign off, I do want to talk about the DLC a little bit, because as much as I love the expansion, I always get a little like apprehensive about downloadable content when it comes to paid downloadable content, especially in a game like Splatoon, or it really only comes from games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, where the game comes out and then a week later there's downloadable content for it. That always bothers me. Mario Kart did a really, really good job with their downloadable content on the Wii U. And I like Splatoon 2 and their downloadable content, because the Octoling is something that everybody wants. And what they could have done is they could have just released the Octoling and just said, oh, you know what? Here's the Octoling. Here's $20, please. Money, please. And then been like, you know, that's it. So they didn't just do that. They actually did a whole single player campaign, and they're releasing new maps and new characters and a new ranking and everything. And it's $20. So, you know, I'm probably not going to play the single player, or at least enjoy the single player enough. I'm probably going to get through it so I can get to play as the new character, but you know, it's not something I think is not something I thought would be a part of DLC, downloadable content. But you know, to be honest, I've played this game since launch day. I've gotten a ton of time out of it. I wasn't expecting any paid downloadable content, so for them to update the game and give the downloadable content is nice. A year after the game comes out, a year after the game is still popular. It's when the game comes out, within the first month, there's an update or there's downloadable content that really grinds my gears. This doesn't grind my gears, because it's cool, and because it's a year after the game is released. Mario Kart did the same thing with Mario Kart 8, and it didn't bother me then either. So super stoked. But let me know what you think about that as well. And the other thing I wanted to talk about a little bit, before I sign off, they didn't show off any of the customizations for the Octolings, but that's okay too, because I think it's really going to be similar hairstyles and other stuff too. So I'm looking forward to the customizations on that as well. But you know, I've had fun with this game ever since launch, just like I said before, and I don't think I'm going to have an issue with this game now. I really think that, or an issue with paying the money to expand the game. So, you know, I'm really glad that they did what they did, and they actually made it an experience that's probably worth paying for. But I was going to say that I'm willing to bet that most of this stuff will be free anyway. I'm willing to bet that the new maps and the new gear will probably all be free, and that this part and the single player part will be more of an expansion. So, you know, if I'm wrong, that's fine. You know, I'm wrong about everything all the time. Well, not everything. I'm wrong about a lot of stuff. But I made a couple of spot-on predictions about Animal Crossing, and I'm pretty sure that this one's not going to be too far off. So the gear will probably be free. If anything, maybe half the gear will be free, and then the maps will be free, and then you'll have to pay for the other half of the gear. Potentially. That's probably not. It's probably going to be all the gear, to be honest. But because as I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So they're probably going to do all the gear and the maps for free, and then also the expansion will be available should you choose to want to play an Octoling and have the new single player. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip.